Hey guys, I'm Mike, and welcome to No Limits, a Mitch Rapp podcast. So, it's just me today, and we won't have a full episode. I apologize, but Chris is out this week as he needed to take care of some personal family matters. So, I thought I would use this opportunity to share some updates and announcements, as there's been a whole lot happening in the thrillerverse, and specifically the Mitch Rapp verse. First off, a major shout out to all of the new and returning Mitch Rapp Ambassadors. We were very excited to see, about last week, I would say, the first Mitch Rapp Ambassadors for Rapp book number 20, Enemy at the Gates. They have been selected. Quite a few folks already received their advanced reading copies. And so absolutely no spoilers on this podcast until September 14th, the publication date of Enemy at the Gates. We promise you we will keep you covered in the world of hoopla surrounding the release of Kyle Mills' next book, but we will not spoil it. There will be zero spoilers on this podcast between now and September 14th. Although I must say, like the other Mitch Rapp Ambassadors, I did receive my copy. It's here in an envelope, unopened, and you guys are going to get to join me in the first unboxing, or maybe unenveloping, of my copy. From Renata at Simon & Schuster, East Brunswick, New Jersey. Let's see what's up. So, UPS Ground arrived yesterday. It's got this little pull tab. Let's see. Oh, oh boy. I feel like I need one of David Brown's knives from his chopping block. Oh boy, yeah. Guys, I was unprepared. Did not bring any tools to this game. I know some of you out there have got some really elaborate systems here. And it's a freaking cardboard box. Come on now. It even had a pull tab, but you might have heard me rip that. All right, here we go. Finally there. Oh, baby. Ooh-wee. Oh, baby. You smell that? Oh, yeah, nothing like, Guys, this is solid. This is something special. So you might have heard me say I really was pleased with the cover design. I'm a stickler. You know how I feel. You've heard me go off. Guilty as charged. You've heard me go off on some bad covers that I do not like. This is a showstopper. This is lights out. I bet the story is amazing, but this cover, holy cow. Exclusive Mitch Rapp Ambassador edition. Beautiful matted feel. Almost as if it's just matted and clean as day. It's ominous. That is the number one word or adjective for this design. It's perfect. Guys, I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment here, but this is, I'm saying it. This is easily top 5 all Mitch Rapp book covers for me. Possibly cracking top 3. This one is up there. This is a cover to behold. Let's see what's inside. All right. Enemy at the Gates, a Mitch Rapp novel by Kyle Mills. David Brown, Deputy Director of Publicity and friend of the podcast. What? It says friend of Mitch Rapp Pod. No, I'm just playing. But it should. It's David Brown, good friend of the podcast. We've got the Real Book Spy with a quote, packed with enough suspense to match all the hard-hitting action. Enemy at the Gates ups the ante moving forward, and if you think you've already seen Kyle Mills at his best, think again. This one is not to be missed. All right, guys, a whole letter here. A bio of Vince and Kyle on the back. Love that. Some personal information about the two authors that we revere on this podcast. Love it. All right, guys, that was unboxing of my copy of Enemy at the Gates. But in case you haven't heard, you have a chance to apply to be an ambassador. It's been awesome seeing all the ambassadors who were selected posting on social media. Keep up the good work promoting the series. At the end of this podcast, I'll be reading out some shout-outs and a series of names to all of the Mitch Rapp ambassadors that I've seen so far on social media. So keep up the good job, keep posting. And if you would like to apply for the program, just visit vinceflynn.com. The team at vinceflynn.com, James, David, and everyone else, amazing job. They've run a great program. The applications are picked on a rolling basis, so week by week, there's still an opportunity for you to get your hands on a copy of one of these bad boys. This thing. I hope you can hear that. It's fresh. Smells great. Am I the only weirdo out there smelling a new book? Please tell me. Please hit us up, social media, hashtag booksmeller, if you're one of my kind. Oh, I didn't even see this. I'm not going to read it, but Dear Reader, a letter from Emily Bessler on the first page. All right, that's it. I'm not giving you any more. Yeah, vinceflynn.com. Check it out. While you're there, you can go ahead and pre-order your copy of the hardcover. Even if you are or are not an ambassador, doesn't matter. You still got to get your hands on a hardcover copy September 14th. So vinceflynn.com has some links. But we here, Mitch Rapp Pod, support veteran small business owners. And in this case, we recommend you visit and check out Sandy. Sandy is an awesome friend of the podcast. Her shop, thebookdragonshop.com, has a great website. She really tries to promote thrillers up front, being part of the military community. And if you want to visit, it's in the beautiful Staunton, Virginia, right there in the Shenandoah Valley foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains. Beautiful shop. I was fortunate enough to visit there last fall. Sandy's a delight. So if you can help her out, thebookdragonshop.com. September 14th, get there early. So your copy of Enemy at the Gates is ready to go. All right, guys. Well, while I have you, there's another opportunity, a Mitch Rapp Pod listener exclusive, a way you can get your hands on an advanced copy of Enemy at the Gates. David Brown, Vince's publicist and still Kyle's publicist for the Mitch Rapp series, he offered when he was on this podcast last year, I guess, might have been last summer, he offered to give away one advanced reader copy to any of our Reddit followers. So Reddit, for those of you who don't know, is a community forum, a discussion board online. Well, we have been moderators of the Mitch Rapp community forum board online. Some good conversations going on there all about Mitch Rapp. Not as robust as Mitch Rapp Twitter, but we're working on it. So if you do want to check out the r/Mitch Rapp subreddit, just go to reddit.com, sign up, search Mitch Rapp, click the join button, and you'll have a chance to win an advanced reader's copy. We posted a question, and anybody who responds to that question on the Mitch Rapp Reddit will put your name in a hat to give away, courtesy of David Brown, an advanced reading copy of Enemy at the Gates. So if you are not an ambassador and you won't be applying to be an ambassador, head to reddit.com, join the conversation, show us some love, post something about Mitch Rapp, tag the podcast. We'd love to hear from you. So, while we're talking about Enemy at the Gates, the wonderful ambassador community, we've got to talk about cake. Yeah, cake. The dessert that you eat. Preferably with utensils, but maybe with your hands, you dig right in. But we've got to shout out one of our top listeners and followers from the very beginning, patron of this podcast, Dawn. Dawn, who you can find on Twitter at Dawn_Alcorn, Alcorn. Wow. She has been baking cakes. I kid you not. Cakes of various thriller book covers as they come out. These things are incredible. Her social media is blowing up because these are awesome. And Dawn, I gotta say to you, your enemy at the gates was just the most technical, detailed piece of pastry, baking, sugary dessert items I have ever seen in my life. Honestly, Duff and Buddy and those guys on Food Network, those fancy cake bakers, they can hold a candle to your book cakes. Nice job. Enemy at the Gates looks awesome, but you guys can check out her Twitter. Again, that's at Dawn_Alcorn. She did Total Power last year. I just saw a black ice cake. Man, that's awesome. Brad Thor, we love his books. We love Scott Harvath. The black ice cake was unreal. And another new thriller author on the scene with his debut book, Sleeping Bear. That's Connor Sullivan. Your Sleeping Bear book cake looked awesome. And that's a thriller we definitely here on the podcast want to pick up and see if we can talk to Connor as a new thriller author. But Dawn, your cakes are awesome. Keep it up. We love having you listening. We love having you as a patron. As a patron, you too can help support this podcast and what we're doing here. Our patrons get exclusive swag like bookmarks and stickers, as well as being entered into our monthly giveaways. We have probably given away 10, 12 autographed Vince Flynn books, and we have maybe just 1 or 2 left of those to give, but we'll also be doing t-shirts and other thriller giveaways. So if you want to become a patron, access to all that, go ahead and help us out by signing up at www.patreon.com/MitchRappPod. That's Patreon, patreon.com/MitchRappPod. But perhaps the most important part of the patron program and those who support us is how you're also helping support how we give back. So we here at Mitch Rapp Pod and our patrons have committed to using the funds after our operational costs of hosting the podcast online are covered. 100% go back to Operation Paperback, a fantastic nonprofit organization that partners with the military and various veterans organizations to provide books to the troops. And we are proud to say we are well over 200 books donated, most of them Vince Flynn books and rap thrillers to the troops. Just this week, I mailed 3 more care packages. Each had about 7 or 8 thriller books, and these went directly to active duty troops. These were international packages to folks currently deployed overseas, and we couldn't do what we do without our patrons. So thank you for helping us, and we are committed to giving back. So love that we were able to put so many books in the hands of our military personnel. And who knows, maybe some of our rap readers out there are on the front lines, and maybe they'll tune in to this podcast after getting the care package, and we'd love to welcome them as part of the Mitch Rapp community. Well, guys, that was a couple of updates on the ambassador program, some listener shouts, the Reddit program, so you can win your own copy of Enemy at the Gates, an advanced reader's edition. Now, before the publication of the book in September, we're going to announce the winner of that Reddit contest probably in 2 weeks. So sometime here during mid-late July, get to reddit.com, search Mitch Rapp, join the subreddit, chat us up, let us know, give us a comment, and we'll enter your name into this giveaway. Also, to wrap up the month of July, just to let you know, we're going to be bringing you our kill shot discussion next week, part 1. We'll bring you part 2 after that. And we also have a fantastic author series planned for you. 2 huge names in the thrillerverse to discuss their series. And really excited for these guests. Guests, plural, might be a hint at who this is. Guests who collaborate to write a thriller series. And we'll be letting you know shortly about that. But that's July on Mitch Rapp Pod. Expect Killshot coming at you next week. A great author series, and then we'll keep rolling. So as always, we want to thank our patrons, including our special operator, Sherry F., along with our special agents, George, Matt, Dawn, Dennis, Peggy, Catherine, Bridget, Ray, Jeff, and Mark. As always, boy, I feel like I'm channeling my inner Chris here, but I don't have that silky, smooth voice he does. Please subscribe, rate, and review us using your favorite podcasting platform. You can find us online at mitchrappod.com or using the Twitter handle at mitchrappod. And as always, just let Mitch be Mitch. All right, guys, I wanted to stick around, post-credits, shout out some Mitch Rapp Ambassadors. We have loved seeing you guys post online, and there's a lot of names here, so if you've been selected and you posted on Twitter or our Facebook page, we'll see if we can get you mentioned here. Love that you're part of the community. First, we have Mike Kalinowski, at Mike Kalinowski. I think he's an actor. I think I've definitely seen you around the TV circuit. And so, Mike, congrats. We know you're a big Mitch Rapp fan. Maybe we'll be reaching out to you about bringing you onto this podcast, talk about some of the projects you're working on. All right. We also got Ro on Twitter at Toy Goddess. Congratulations. Chris Payne at Chris Payne 78. Love that picture of your total power from last year, and hope you enjoy Enemy at the Gates this year. Nick Denny _ Nick Denny 3. Awesome. Glad to see it. Julie, we got a selfie from you at Thanks to Troops. You have one of our favorite Twitter handles. We love it. Julie at Thanks to Troops. All right. Lots of ambassadors. Who else we got here? Tom Dooley, Recommender-in-Chief. Love interacting with you online. Great recommendations of books. You can follow at Duels, DUELLS 06. Great guy to follow on Twitter if you want some awesome book recommendations. Angela Watts, an author, established author at this point, and fan of the podcast. So thank you, Angela. You can find her at Peculiar Angela. All right, man. Oh, so many. I'm getting some Lethal Agents of a few years ago. Let's jump back to Enemy. Here we go. Gregory at Red Raptor Rage. Coffee cup. Enemy at the Gates with a coffee cup in tow. Guys, that's what happens when you get a copy of this book. You'll be up late. Can't put it down. You need your coffee. David, thank you, at David T _ Canucks. One of our friends up from north of the border. David, always good talking to you online. Love your shot of Enemy at the Gates. Sean Cross, one of our very early patrons and supporters of Mitch Rapp Pod. Great job, Sean. You can find her, also an author herself, online at Shawn, SHAWN, Crosswords. Sean Crosswords on Twitter. All right. Now she's got her dog. She's trying to read, I see on her Twitter post, a copy of Enemy at the Gates, but there's a puppy right there chewing a dog toy away, sprawled out across the book. Hondo. I think Hondo's his name. Love it. Love it. Excellent. Greg Potts. Greg Potts looking forward to digging into Mitch's next mission. We're with you there at gpots5626. Oh, so many more. Colonel Steve, congratulations. We always love talking to Colonel Steve online. You can find him at Orlando_AU Tiger. Troy Poole, again, follower from the very beginning at Troy Poole, TROYPOOL, posted a screenshot of his email. You are part of an elite group charged with a singular objective. Make Enemy at the Gates the biggest book of the fall. Failure is not an option. What a great email to get. Love waking up to that one, right? Here's Jeremy Edwards at JSE_80. Jeremy says, oh man, he had a horrible toothache. Derailed his weekend plans, but that's not going to stop him from digging into Enemy at the Gates. Hey, here's Dawn. I see Dawn and the cake. Guys, again, follow at Dawn, DAWN_ALCORN. You've got to see her cake. It looks like the book. On first glance, you literally might think this cake is the book, except it's edible. Well, don't try to eat your copy of the book. Kyle jumped in, shouted out Dawn, as she rightfully deserves. Jared McCarran. Jared was the one who recommended we do gold, silver, and bronze book cover ratings. That was a great idea. You know, Tokyo, the games are right around the corner. So thanks, Jared McCarran, at Jared_MACARIN. Oh boy, so many more. I'll just do a few. Mark Elliott at ElliottMark1. Book is in the mail. He's checking the tracking number. Love that. I've been there checking that mailbox every single day. Coach Scott Lovely. We've been following Coach online from the very beginning. He says, so jacked to be selected Mitch Rapp Ambassador. We feel you. That's at Coach Lovely, Lovely. Looks like a new tweet just came in with the hashtag Enemy at the Gates. Mark Patterson, anxiously awaiting his copy at MPatterson820. Don't think I said that one already. The Virginia Jackhole at Kerry141139. Can't explain how excited I am. Just as the rain from this tropical storm Elsa is starting, he's got 2 days off from work. Awesome time to dig in. Absolutely. Steven Almodovar. Steven, you can find at Steve, MICHALMO, Steve McAlmo 09. Picked up a copy of Consent to Kill. I love it. That was a great way to get prepared for his copy, Enemy at the Gates, coming in the mail. Hey, we can't leave out friend of the podcast, Brian Costello, been around with us, helping us out, our podcast mentor. Congrats, Brian, being selected a Mitch Rapp Ambassador. Oh boy, just a few more here. Let's see who we got. That's Total Power. Let's head over to our Facebook. See what we have over there. Ernie McVeigh. Ernie McVeigh got his copy, and all he could say is, wow. Took me for a ride I couldn't even imagine. Took a day to reflect and absorb the storyline. Is something big in store for us? If you have to reflect and absorb it, we shall see. That's Ernie McVeigh at EMCVAY38. All right, Matt Person, patron, friend of the pod. Congrats, Matt, at Frat, FRATMATT, Frat Matt 13. Greg Mitz, congrats, Greg Mitz, at Greg Mitz, MITTS 10. Nick Denny, I think we got Nola Williams. Congrats, Miss Nola, at MSNOLA62, at MSNOLA62. J Plume, love having you as a patron and podcast listener, at JEPLUMME. Boy, that's quite a list. They've picked quite a few guys. Oh, here's another one. Robert Brock, at Rob Sports Nut. Can't wait. What an honor to be selected. And just a post here from vinceflynn.com. The majority of ambassadors have yet to be chosen, so you can still be selected. Military, veterans, first responders always get a significant portion of the ambassador slots, as it should be. Check your inbox. Sign up at vinceflynn.com. They are posting that they still have spots available and are still accepting applications. Here's one more I see. Amy FV, at Pray for Freedom. Pray, the number 4, Freedom. Love the handle. Great name as well. Let's go over to Facebook real quick, see if we've got anybody on the Fans of Mitch Rapp group. Jason Wayne Cardoza, congrats to a 2-time Mitch Rapp Ambassador. Love to see that. Thanks for posting on Mitch Rapp. We got somebody who reread Extreme Measures. That's a good way to get into it. Mark Elliott, congratulations there. All right, looks like that's all the Mitch Rapp Ambassador postings we can find here right now. So we just want to say congratulations. Thank you all for your enthusiasm in promoting, pushing Mitch Rapp series. We here at the podcast are in no way affiliated officially with Simon & Schuster, with Kyle Mills, with the Vince Flynn Foundation. They have all became, close friends as we do this project. But we, like you, are just fans. And so anytime we see a community coming together, forming and building around this character, around all the various people and personalities who are the reason that Vince's legacy continues to thrive and to support Kyle Mills. We love what he's doing with the series and where it's headed. So thank you all. You guys stepping up, applying, promoting, publishing about this book, building hype, is just a fantastic way to build community. So thank you for what you do. We appreciate you tuning into Mitch Rapp Pod. Sorry again, Chris was out this week. We didn't have a full episode. We'll be back next week with you. Kill Shot coming at you.